Tunghayan po natin ang special coverage ng press briefing sa Palasyo ng Malacañang.
It's the same.
So nabanggit ni Justice Carpio na itong terms ng Chico River contract could be the terms of other loan contracts between China and the Philippines.
What do you mean altered loan contract?
Yung other loan contracts for other projects.
Oh.
It will be a template. Do you see
Not
anything wrong with
necessarily.
that?
Not necessarily. Like for instance, if we show the Chinese government that we are on time, regularly paying, or if you were the borrower or the lender rather, you will know na magaling tong borrower na ito, hindi ka na kailangan mag-impose ng mga onerous conditions against them. So not necessarily na maging tin plate na.
So the Philippines can still negotiate the terms of the...
Hindi, kung napag-agreean na nila yun sa Chico Drum, paano mo i-negotiate? You can only rescind that if there is fraud.
All right, thank you, sir.
May follow-up? RJ?
And or the intention of the parties were not written down.
Sir, just to reiterate what you said, did you say it's logical that our natural resources are being used as collateral for loan agreements with China?
Now, what I'm saying is the onerous conditions that some are saying incorporated in the contract is standard between lender and borrower to be sure that the lender will be getting what they have lent to the borrower.
That's the standard. Therefore, it's logical that we have this collateral using our natural resources for loan agreements with China.
I do not know the loan agreement entered into by previous governments. If they have done that, then it would be standard for them.
And you don't see anything wrong with that?
I don't see anything wrong because I know it will never happen. That is precisely why I'm saying that perhaps the economic managers who enter into a contract know that it will never happen.
Thank you, sir.
Follow-up? Other issue? Maricel?
Sir, just a follow-up lang, clarification. So, in the previous loans entered during the time of the President, hindi naging collateral yung project na pinapasok?
I don't know which loan.
I don't know, the previous loans prior to the Chico.
I do not know of any loan prior to this.
Because...
Unless you have to tell me first.
No, because you mentioned earlier that you see nothing wrong if it's being used as a collateral. So I'm just wondering if there were previous loans na ganito rin yung naging terms.
I was referring to previous governments.
Okay, sir.
Not this government.
Sir,
not this administration.
On other issues, sir, may we have your take on the statement of Senator De Lima calling the President to fire Sandra Cam from PCSO because of the corruption allegations?
From what I understand, somebody has already filed a case in the Ombudsman. So that's the Ombudsman call now.
So the President has no plans of firing Sandra Cam?
Since it's already with the Ombudsman and the Ombudsman has the power to suspend, I think we'll let it do the process.
Even the call for investigation on the corruption
being investigated.
allegations? No, I mean on the part of Malacañang, will there be any instruction coming from the President to investigate Sandra
We
Cam?
will not be duplicating any investigation considering the fact that there is no pending case with the Ombudsman.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Other issue? MPC? Pia?
Sir, si former cop Eduardo Asherto is saying in a press briefing
Sino?
that in
CAAP? Sino yan?
dating police, sir. let's see, Eduardo Asierto, has surfaced and said in a press briefing that he gave a report to then PNP Chief Bato de la Rosa in 2017 that the President's advisor, Michael Yang, is involved in drugs. So can you give your
No, hindi ba
reaction to that, sir?
na-clarify na yan? Even the ambassador has cleared Michael Yang. In fact, he was telling me personally, and even I think, I don't know, he made the statement. If I will never associate myself with one who is involved in drugs. In fact, sabi niya, he slept there, I think, one or twice. He's never, I don't think Michael Yang was ever involved. Otherwise, nasa listahan na yan or may kaso na yan.
Pero do you know, sir, that after this information was given to the PNP chief, that there was an investigation by the PNP to
I
clear the
will
name
have
of
to ask
Michael
the
Yang?
PNP chief.
Okay, sir. Sir, itong si Eduardo Asierto, he's a former police superintendent na nasama sa drug matrix. He was implicated in the drug trade. Ang ngayon na sinasabi niya that the reason he was included in the drug list was because nag-report siya na tungkol sa kaibigan ng Pangulo na si Michael
Hindi
Yang.
ko alam yan. I have no personal knowledge of that.
Thank you, sir.
Question, MPC? Ina?
Hi, sir. Sir, just a quick reaction, please, doon sa malaking protest held by motorcycle riders yesterday. They're basically saying that the Motorcycle Crime Prevention Act signed by the President is unconstitutional.
Why? Why now? What's their argument?
This is the law plates and I think color-coded plates doon sa
Then
motorcycles.
If they feel it's unconstitutional, they can always.
But of course, the President is standing by it.
Of course,
Considering,
he has
sir,
signed it.
and because the President is a known motorcycle enthusiast, baka meron lang siyang mensahe doon sa mga... And these people supported him in his campaign,
Wala.
I understand, big groups. Baka
I
lang
will,
meron
I will
siyang
ask him
mensahe.
para mas. We haven't talked about that yet.
Thank you, sir.
Joseph?
So sir, ibig sabihin, the President also has to comply with the big plates, no?
Yes, pero hindi naman hindi nagmumotor yun eh.
Hindi, sometimes, diba sinasabi?
Hindi, si Mayor Sara na ngayon nagmumotor.
So both of them have to
Bawal na
comply.
sa kanya kasi di ba, ang dami na niya aksidente.
So both of them, sir, mag-comply din sa bigger plates.
Everyone should comply. No exception.
Sige, sir.
MPC questions? Wala na kayong tanong. O, Tina Maralit. Joseph?
Kala ko ICC.
Sir, good morning po. Sir, may update na po ba tayo kung kailan yung release ng executive order regarding executive order to address the water supply concerns, especially since Pag-asa just announced that water in Angat Dam may reach critical level
Wala
by
pa.
April.
Wala pang pinifeed sa akin kung gawa na.
But Malacañang po sees it as a pressing concern po.
Yeah, that's why it's issuing an executive order to address concerns relative to it.
All right, thank you, sir.
May follow-up sa water. Other issue. Nestor?
Secretary, the President is embarking on his fourth China trip this April to attend the Second Belt and Road Forum.
April kailan?
This April, sir. No specific date yet. To attend the Belt and Road Forum. What do we expect from his visit, sir?
Well, I suppose continuation of their discussion on mutual concerns relative to trade, security, and what else that will benefit both countries.
Sir, what does this say about our relation, about the Philippines' relation with China, since this is the fourth time the President has accepted the invitation to go to Beijing? I understand meron ding invitation from the United States, but the President has not accepted or responded to the invitation. What does this say about our relationship with China compared that of the United States?
I think the relationship between the U.S. and China remains cordial and healthy. So with America, the only reason perhaps why the President has not considered visiting is because of the temperature. He couldn't stand very cold temperature. He gets sick.
MPC? Rosalie.
Secretary, can you also confirm reports na bibisita rin si Pangulo sa Japan in May?
So I heard that too. Yes, I think so, yes.
So it's
Parang
confirmed.
May. Yeah. Mukha. Parang narinig ko sa protocol. Hindi ko pa, but I will confirm that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay na. Tanong pa. Joseph.
ICC?
Sir, yung sa ICC soundbite purposes lang, no? You mentioned before, and even the president, no? Na walang jurisdiction. But let's focus first on the one that was filed by Justice Morales and Secretary Del Rosario. So, do you think this is something that has a different goal in
Different
terms
what?
goal, sir? Parang
Goal.
it's an attack na indirect ng, you know what I mean? Parang tangential attack. Ibig sabihin, they really didn't want to make China pay for the.
I think more of political.
Okay. Because, sir.
They may know that China is a member state party. Philippines is not also state party, so how can ICC assumes jurisdiction?
Because we're not moved. Okay, go ahead.
I just heard an Indiana professor saying over ANC when he was interviewed that, in fact, that complaint might even strengthen China in refusing and making a hard stance on the South China Sea. Yun ang sinasabi ng iba. Yung iba naman, talagang walang jurisdiction. Another thing, I don't want to say this now because I'm still asking for documentation. Kichit Morales, I have no problem with her. I think she filed it out of righteous indignation. Siguro yung isa rin, except that somebody just told me, and I'm asking for documentation, that when he was Secretary of Foreign Affairs, when China was still starting to build structures, half the size of a basketball court, he was already informed officially on that. In fact, pictures were given him, or DFA, and subsequent structures, but they ignored it. He ignored it because he, according to my source, he doesn't want to rock the boat. That's why I told my source, I need documents. I need communications from your group to DFA. I need pictures that you have given them. I need official response coming from Del Rosario. Because if that is true, then, mali. Bakit noon hindi ka naggumalaw, ngayon ka lang naggagalaw? Kung wala ka na sa posisyon. When, at the time, you could have made protests, made noise. Pero, yun ang source ko. So I'm asking my source to give me documents. And then I'll present it to you.
But they did file at the Permanent Court of Arbitration during
Yun
their
ang,
time.
ang sabi ng source ko, sabi niya, they only filed nung nakatayo na lahat. But before, hindi na sinasabi ni Presidente. Bakit nung nag-uumpisa pa lang yan, wala kayong ginawa? Nung naitayo na, saka kayo nag-iingay. Hindi na sinasabi ni Presidente, I remember, during the campaign.
Sir, just one last point. Do you think that the complaint may have the effect of the PCA,
What's PCA?
Permanent Court of Arbitration, sir,
Oh.
enforcing the award in one way or another, meaning maybe just issuing a statement
Hindi
that
nga
it's...
nila ini-enforce. So, until now naman, they are not enforcing it.
No, but do you think that has the effect of compelling the PCA to do something and maybe asking...
Because there's only a communication. Wala, they will determine whether mayroong jurisdiction o wala. Whether jurisdictional crime yun. Kasi di ba, in my statement I said, the case against it was
Crimes
act
against
of inhumanity, di ba?
Crimes against
Crimes
humanity,
against
sir.
humanity. And it was defined like kung ano yung crimes of against humanity, murder, rape, kung ano pa. Tapos yung last, and other inhuman acts. So I said in my corrected statement, unless you consider environmental damage as an inhuman act.
Is it
Eh baka naman overstress na rin yun pagdating sa court. Hindi natin alam.
So you don't share that opinion, sir, that it is a crime against humanity to, one, destroy the environment, number two, deprive our people of their livelihood?
No, what I'm saying is, hindi, kasi it's the court that will determine that.
But still, sir,
But my position, or our position in the palace is that no jurisdiction simply because China is not a member state. Philippines is not also a member state.
okay, sir, thank you.
Sir, sinabi po ninyo kanina, nung panahon ni former Secretary Del Rosario, he didn't want to rock the boat. I believe this is the same stance taken by President Duterte. And again, as Joseph pointed out earlier, former SFA actually filed a case which we ended up winning, favoring our claims.
That was subsequent after so many structures have been made.
Okay.
What my source is saying is that they were just starting. Nung maliit pa lang yan, ayaw nilang gumalaw. In other words, pwede na na-stop yun from the very beginning. Pinabayaan nilang lumaki, tsaka lang sila nag-file sa court.
Okay, but
Ngayon, sinisisi niyo yung gobyerno dahil hindi ma-enforce.
but nonetheless, ongoing construction continued under President Duterte's watch. Would you say that President Duterte is responding to the constructions better than how former SFA did when he filed it and actually won something which favored or strengthened our claims in the area?
Alam mo, you cannot compare what happened prior kasi yung prior, nag-uumpisa pa lang eh. This time, nakatayo na eh. Nagka-problema. Ubod na ng laki yung
Sir,
nakatayo
pero
doon.
dinadagdagan po
Meanwhile,
nila.
the President is using negotiation, diplomatic negotiation. Kasi nga, wala nga maka-enforce eh. Walang malakas na kapangyarihan na gustong mag-enforce. Una-una, the court itself, how can it enforce? Wala naman siyang army to enforce it.
But in the same way, sir, dinadagdagan pa rin po ng China yung kanilang ginagawa, and the President, as you mentioned, also chooses to
But
not
we
rock the
protest
boat.
naman eh. The only way to do that, to register opposition, is to protest. And ako, as the former Secretary Alan Cayetano said, we've been making protests pero hindi namin ina-announce na sa inyo.
In the same way, ganun din naman po yung ginawa ni former
Hindi
SFA.
nga eh. Hindi nga sila nagpo-protest noon. Yan nga ang point ng source ko.
Are you not giving them credit, sir, for winning that case for us?
Iba yung nanalo sila. Kumbaga, ginawa niya yan after. Hindi na sana nakarating sa pag-file ng kaso. Kung at the inception, hininto niya na. Nagreklamo na kayo. Nung half the size of a basketball court pa lang.
And you're saying because nangyari na yon, wala na magagawa ngayon si President Duterte?
Ay, sino bang, may nagawa ba ang Amerika? May nagawa ba ang ICC? Wala nga eh. Kaya nga nag-negotiate na lang tayo. Baka sakaling may mangyari. Like for instance, yung mga fishermen na dating binubugaw nila, hindi na nila binubugaw. Nadala sa
Actually, there are
negotiation.
still complaints by fishermen, sir.
Oh, pero hindi naman nababalidate eh. Kasi mismo yung nagbabantay doon, sinasabing wala.
Thank you, sir.
RJ. Ina, Pao.
On ICC again, sir, the late Senator Miriam Santiago was the first Filipino who's elected as ICC judge. Now you're saying that we've never been a member of the ICC, so her election to the ICC representing the Philippines was void?
If the position is we've never been a state party, then logically it is void. Unless the international court says it is not.
But the
Kasi that's a legal issue eh. As far as we're concerned, they never assume jurisdiction over us. As far as they're concerned, they assume jurisdiction because there was a treaty. Eh tayo naman, may treaty nga, pero you didn't follow the Constitution naman. Kaya wala rin yan. So it's a legal issue.
But the fact, sir, that she intended to be an ICC judge, meaning she knew that the Philippines was a member state. So are you saying that she got it wrong when she campaigned
Obviously,
to be part?
she never knew, knowing her to be a lawyer, she never knew that there was a publication on the official gazette or a newspaper of general circulation. Had she known that, knowing her, I'm sure she would have raised it as an issue.
So she got it wrong. Thank you.
Microphone. Nasa
Unless she has a different interpretation. Wala na. Too late.
But sir, di ba we put Raul Pangalangan there as ICC representative?
Kasi nga, the assumption then, during the previous government administration,
Yeah, but did we pull
is
him
meron.
out? Because I know he's still there.
ay, hindi natin alam.
But why won't we pull him out if the ICC is not
We
there
don't have to
anymore?
pull out anybody. If the position is we never was under the jurisdiction of the court, then it behooves whoever is there to do something for himself.
So it's up to him
Pero
if
nasa
ever.
kanya na yun. At saka nasa international court na rin yun. If the international court allows him to stay and remain there, ba't naman ayaw niya?
But would it be a stronger case for the government if you pull him out there as representative if we are no
Hindi.
longer
In
recognizing
the first place,
ICC?
magiging inconsistent ka. Sinabi mo na walang jurisdiction, but from the very start, walang jurisdiction. Yun na nga sinasabi nila, bakit kayo nag-withdraw kung walang jurisdiction? Ang sinasabi naman, hindi naman nag-withdraw in that sense. Ayaw na namin. That letter was effectively telling them that, excuse us, we have never been under your jurisdiction.
Okay, Pia?
Sir, the group of Nery Colmenares released a documentary on Facebook showing the effect of the conflict between China and the Philippines to their livelihood. They interviewed mga fishermen in fishing in the Scarborough Shoal, where they detailed kung paano sinisira ng mga Chinese Coast Guard yung kanilang mga bangka, kung paano kinukuha yung kanilang mga huli. So while the Philippine government is negotiating with China and you said protesting the actions of China in the South China Sea, ano po ang ginagawa natin to help these fishermen na siya talagang...
Baka naman yung mga video
May
niya, yung
effect
mga noon pa yan, ang ginawa na nga natin ng parang, kaya nga na-stop eh. Hindi siguro recent yan.
It's a recent video, sir, released a few days ago or yesterday,
Yeah, I know
yata, 2 days
it's
ago.
a recent release. What I'm saying is, baka yung video taken prior. Kasi may ginawa na tayo dyan eh. Di ba, dami reklamo nun. Gumawa na nga ng diplomatic negotiation dyan.
Yes.
Pumayag na nga sila. Hindi na nga sila pinaalis eh.
So you're denying, sir, that these are happening
I do not know
in
whether
the Scarborough Shoal?
they have to show proof that that's being done now again. Because if that's being done, certainly we will protest. We will not allow our countrymen to be subjected to that kind of harassment.
So, but if indeed they prove that these are recent videos, these are recent interviews, and these are happening in Masinloc, Zambales,
Then
sir,
we will protest. We will not allow it to happen.
what about yung fishermen, sir? Habang nagpuprotesta, habang nagnenegosasyon, ano yung ginagawa natin to
No,
augment?
kasi as far as I
Because
know,
their needs are
hindi sila tinataboy
more
doon.
urgent.
Noon yun, nung mga panahon, natigil na nga.
So the
In
palace
fact-
is saying that
in
you have
fact,
already...
Sino man nagsabi sa akin? One general was telling me na yung mga Vietnamese nga daw. Vietnamese, pag tinataboy, tumatakbo sa mga Filipino fishermen para napoprotect sila. They are being shielded from being attacked. Kasi yung mga Pilipino hindi na ginagalaw eh.
So essentially, sir, without seeing the video, you're denying that these yung
I'm
mga
saying
claims are
that you have to
true?
show proof that that is still happening now. Because if it's still happening now, then we will protest. We will not allow that to happen to our fishermen.
Thank you, sir.
Last na tayo kay Joseph.
Sir, sabi niyo po, yung
your flight can wait for you, sir. Hindi.
Lapit na.
Okay. Sir, so yung sinabi niyo po kanina na hindi na sila tinataboy, hindi na tinataboy ng China yung ating mga mangingisda. You don't see any problem with that dynamic, sir? Na China has the power to shoo away our fishermen from...
Tanong ko naman sa'yo, may magagawa ba tayo? Silang may control as of now, di ba? Meron silang puwersa nun. We can only protest like any other country na nagkiklaim, like Vietnam and other, kung ano pang bansa yun na nagkiklaim. Sa kayo yun lang magagawa natin You want us to declare war against them?
No. They have control.
Hindi ba they have control kasi nagtayo sila ng ano nila doon? Puwersa nila. Meron silang island doon. May mga military sila doon.
Military?
Kaya hindi ba? Yan ang pagkakalam ko. Anyway, kasi ang style nga ni Presidente, since wala naman maka-enforce yan, mag-usap na lang tayo. Kung baga, okay naman, sa inyo na nga lahat, amin na lang, ibigay nyo na sa amin yan. Parang ganun ang estilo ni Presidente.
So, sir, are we powerless against China?
Are what?
Are we powerless against China?
Powerless? What do you mean powerless?
You said,
In
nandun
what
na
sense?
sila, wala na tayong magagawa, let's just talk.
What I'm saying is, tell me, has any arbitral ruling by this international court been enforced previously? Dahil kung meron, ay may pag-asa tayo. Kung wala, sa ngayon, wala tayong muna magagawa. So pag-usapan na lang natin sa negotiation, diplomatic muna.
Hindi ba, sir, pampalakas ng loob yung ruling natin, at least to do something, make a statement, or not be subservient
But
to
we're
China
making
too much?
statement naman, di ba? Kaya lang hindi na pinapublish, but we make diplomatic protests, always.
Pero, sir, as a matter of policy, we do not agree that
Oh, of
China...
course.
No, we do not agree that China should have a control over that area.
Certainly, that is ours. And the arbitral ruling says it's ours.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Okay, Pia.
Sir, if ever ito yung mga pinakita din sa documentary are true, o kung totoo pa rin na apektuhan yung livelihood ng ating mga fishermen doon,
Then we will make a diplomatic protest.
But what does this say about the effectivity of the diplomatic track that the Duterte administration has taken in resolving the dispute?
Well, if there was a negotiation and there was an agreement not to touch them, and then one incident, two incidents violate such agreement, then we have to tell them. And they will have to correct it.
But doesn't this show na hindi naman effective yung pakikipag-usap sa kanila? Nag-negotiation tayo pero
Problema
wala
nga
naman nangyayari.
Outside of negotiation, anong gagawin ba natin? What is important is we are not agreeing to what they're doing to us. No, we're not allowing it. We're opposing it.
Sir, itong bilateral talks, it has been a few years since it has started. Can you say, sir, kung ano na yung mga nagawa nito to resolve issues?
As far as I know, yun nga sinasabi ko. Yun nga sinasabi ni Ambassador Zhao sa akin nun. Hindi na nagagalaw yung mga fishermen doon. So may nangyari sa usapan nila. Now, if there is a violation, then we will have to go back to them. Oh, may violation daw. You better stop it. Basta the policy is, you cannot be harassing our fishermen.
Okay. Joseph?
Doon lang sa point na yun, sir, kasi I think nag-aalala yung mga mangingisda natin na because of this complaint, baka may gawin na naman yung Chinese Coast Guard or China. So dapat talk to our fishermen, no? Dapat ano yung gagawin nila at dapat nararanasan nila dun sa ating,
Alam mo,
for emphasis.
problema kasi may Coast Guard tayo doon. May nagbabantay doon. If you ask them, sinasabi nilang wala. Then, di ba, they should say, no such thing. Pero sabi naman daw nung mayor ng isang island doon, yata, sabi niya, meron. Problema, hindi natin malaman kung ano talaga.
So dapat, sir, they should fish confidently in that area.
Dapat. They should not be touched. or harass.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, no more MPC? Okay, thank you, Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Salvador Panelo. Thank you, MPC. Happy birthday kay Tuesday and Evelyn Queros.
Happy birthday!
Back to our main studio sa Radyo Pilipinas and People's Television Network.